Hello students, welcome to my new video. As I had already said in the previous video that I will be covering the two beautiful poems of renowned and prominent poet, American poet Sylvia Plath. Her two poems, Mirror and Daddy. So here is the beautiful poem Mirror by Sylvia Plath. In this video, we will be having a detailed analysis, line by line explanation of the poem. And this video is important for the students of BA third year students who are in Allahabad University. So my dear students, it will be better for you all to sit with your book, poetry book, rough copy and pen, and whenever I am explaining, I am reading between the lines and giving a detailed explanation to this poem. You can note down the important things because ultimately in the examination you will have to supply the answers. और हर पोएम को लाइन बाय लाइन समझना, पोएट के बारे में समझना, उस पोएम का क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस करना, पोएम के बीच में जो पोएटिक डिवाइसेस हैं उनको समझना, ये सारी चीजें आप पर डिपेंड करता है. सो यू नीड टू बी एक्स्ट्रा सिंसियर एंड अटेंटिव. So, without wasting time, we'll begin with the explanation of this beautiful poem, Mirror. But before we come to the explanation, let's understand about the poet Sylvia Plath. My dear students, if you have not seen my previous video that I have made on confessional poetry and confessional poets, please go and watch it, because without understanding that video you will find it difficult to understand. So please watch that video, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please press the bell icon, subscribe it and share to all your friends. So let's begin. Sylvia Plath was a famous, renowned and prominent American poet, novelist and short story writer. And Sylvia Plath is given credit for advancing confessional poetry. In previous video I had said confessional poetry touched its golden heights and the credit goes to Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath was famous for, she is given credit for writing the genre of specialist. She was a specialist poet. She was given credit for this special genre of poetry, confessional poetry, and also feminist criticism. If we discuss the biography of Sylvia Plath, एक ऐसी poet who lived her life only for a span of 29 years. But कहते हैं ना, life should not be long, it should be great. जिंदगी लंबी जीना जरूरी नहीं है, जिंदगी बड़ी होनी चाहिए, ग्रेट होनी चाहिए. एंड सिल्विया प्लैथ लिव्ड सच अ ग्लोरियस लाइफ. वो 29 इयर्स इंग्लिश लिटरेचर के लिए एक बून साबित हुए. हर रोल इन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर कैन नॉट बी डिनाइड. सिल्विया प्लैथ, शी वॉज born in 1932 in America. And she started writing, she wrote her first poem at the age of 8. सिर्फ 8 साल की थी when she wrote her first poem. And once, I'm telling one incident, she was quite young. She was so attracted towards Dylan Thomas. She wanted to meet him at any cost, and she went to meet him, but she could not meet. And you know, when she could not meet Dylan Thomas, she became so much furious, she became so much angry that she, slashed her legs. She cut down her legs just to see how much pain she feels. It was an attempt to commit suicide. She cut down her legs just to see that whether she had courage to bear the pain or not. So that can be called her first attempt to commit suicide. A few years later, her life was full of bitter experiences. Father को lose कर देती हैं. So life was full of agony, full of troubles, adversities. She swallowed several sleeping pills of her mother. Another attempt to commit suicide, but she survived. She had her car accident. It was a deliberate attempt. She had her car accident, her deliberate attempt to commit suicide, but survive कर गई. Ted Hughes was a famous English poet. It was the year 1956. She met Ted Hughes. 1956 का जो टाइम था वो सिल्विया प्लाथ की लाइफ का एक अच्छा पीरियड था, अच्छा टाइम था. At a party in Cambridge, she met the famous English poet Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes से उनकी मुलाकात होती है और एक अच्छी मेमोरीज ग्रो करना शुरू होती हैं. In the same year, the couple got married. Ted Hughes and Sylvia Plath, they got married. Later on, they had two children also, Frida Hughes and Nicholas Hughes. But कहते हैं ना कि परेशानियां साथ नहीं छोड़ती हैं. परेशानियों ने सिल्विया प्लाथ का साथ कभी नहीं छोड़ा. Her life, even her married life was not successful. Divorce लेना पड़ा उनको. She started living in London with her two children, Frida and Nicholas. Marriage life, it was unsuccessful. Life became full of troubles, mental and physical traumas that she has highlighted in most of her poems. And Sylvia Plath, she has written the famous autobiographical novel, The Bell Jar. The Bell Jar is a famous autobiographical novel. उनके फादर ने जब उनका नेम रखा सिल्विया प्लाथ, her father Otto Plath gave her this name Sylvia Plath, which means the spirit of wood. Otto Plath, he loved nature. He was a lover of nature, nature lover. आप देख सकते हो spirit of wood, forest. That name suggests how much he loved nature. He was a nature lover. And Sylvia Plath, she has written beautiful poems such as Mirror, which you will be studying today, Tulips, and next video I will cover Daddy and Lady Lazarus. कभी टाइम मिले तो आप सिल्विया प्लाथ की Lady Lazarus जरूर पढ़िएगा. One of her beautiful poems. And ultimately, Sylvia Plath committed suicide in the year 1963. At the age of 29, she committed suicide, and it was her successful attempt. After her death, or you can say posthumously, she was given Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer Prize is given to the writers, authors for their contribution in journalism. And Sylvia Plath, she was awarded by Pulitzer Prize after her death, posthumously. And one important thing I would tell you, after her death, she was buried in St. Cambridge Church, and on her grave, these words were inscribed. You can understand the beauty of these lines. They are clearly inscribed on the stone on her graveyard. Even amidst fierce flames, the golden lotus can be planted. Even amidst the fierce flames, golden lotus can be planted. Try to understand this line. आप इस लाइन को ऐसे भी कह सकते हो, Sylvia Plath was a golden lotus amidst the fierce flames. Fierce flames refers to the traumas, adversities that she suffered from in her life, the kind of agony that she was suffering from. So amidst the fierce flames, Sylvia Plath, within a short period of time that she lived on this earth, she became a beautiful lotus flower. Her life was, it is still worth remembering. So my students, I hope you have understood about the biography of Sylvia Plath. So without wasting much of time, let's begin the explanation of her beautiful poem, Mirror. Mirror by Sylvia Plath. Before I begin, let me tell you a few more things about this poem. Sylvia Plath composed this poem shortly after having her first child. She wrote this poem shortly after giving birth to her first child, Frida Hughes. आप ऐसे भी कह सकते हो फ्रीडा ह्यूज पैदा ही हुई थी उसी समय सिल्विया प्लैथ ने ये पोएम लिखी, मिरर. And this poem, this is the beauty, this poem is composed in blank verse. Now the question comes, what is blank verse? Blank verse is such a poem which has no rhyming scheme. It is not bifurcated in stanzas. It has no meter, no rhyming scheme. अगर हम बात करें इस पोएम में उन्होंने हाईलाइट क्या किया थ्रू दिस टाइटल मिरर. सिल्विया प्लैथ, थोड़ा सा अगर आप इस चीज को ऐसे समझ लें, फ्रीडा ह्यूज अभी भी पैदा हुई थी. सिल्विया प्लैथ की लाइफ ट्रबल से, एडवर्सिटीज से, फिजिकल मेंटल ट्रॉमा से, डिप्रेशन से, शी वाज सफरिंग फ्रॉम अ लॉट ऑफ डिप्रेशन, डिजेक्शन, एगनी, ट्रॉमा एट दैट टाइम. और उनके माइंड में कहीं ना कहीं एक फियर हार्बर करने लगा. एट दैट टाइम शी हैड नो सपोर्ट ऑफ हर हस्बैंड. वो जो स्पाउसेस का जो लव होता है, आई एम राइटिंग ओवर हियर, Sylvia Plath, she was deprived of that conjugal love. दो तरीके के लव होते हैं, एक फिलियल लव, यू कैन से एक फिलियल which is parental, the love which children get from their parents, that is filial love, and conjugal love between spouses, husbands and wives. Sylvia Plath कहीं ना कहीं she was deprived of that conjugal love. वो डिप्रेशन, वो एग्नी, वो मेंटल ट्रॉमा, she started harboring a fear of getting old, fear of death. वो एक फियर हार्बर किया. तो somewhere these words have not been written in this poem, but remember in this poem is based on themes. This poem beautifully explores the themes of aging, growing older, aging, loneliness based on solitude, loneliness, depression, self-perception, and that is self-revelation, you can say. Self-perception, self-revelation, depression, agony, sadness, aging. So in this poem, Sylvia Plath, somewhere she has highlighted, she has confessed her own life experiences. Sylvia Plath is trying to tackle with her old age. She is trying to, get rid. She is trying to remove. She is trying to overcome that fear of getting old. So here, mirror has been personified. Mirror is the speaker. In this poem, mirror is the speaker, और mirror को एक persona माना गया. मिरर की हेल्प से पोएट अपनी चीजों को हाईलाइट कर रही है. सो मिरर इज द स्पीकर, and through the mirror the poet is trying to tackle, she is trying to tackle the pressure that is connected with the old age. So see the very first line. So I hope you have understood this. In this poem, mirror is the speaker, so figure of speech that comes personification. Very first line, I refers to the mirror. I am silver and exact. Silver, if you have seen a mirror, mirror is silvery colored. Exact is accurate. Mirror says that it's a silvery colored and precise, accurate. If there is precision, if you want to see the accuracy, if you want to see the genuine things, you can take the example of mirror. Mirror is accurate, mirror is, these are the adjectives that can be used for mirror. वो accuracy, वो precision that can be found. आदमी फेक हो सकते हैं, लोग फेक हो सकते हैं, बट मिरर आप देखिए, एक मिरर दैट रिफ्लेक्ट्स द रियलिटी. इट डज नॉट हाइड एनीथिंग, इट डज नॉट टेल अ लाई, इट ओनली, मिरर जैसा कैंडिड, आई विल बी यूजिंग दिस वर्ड कैंडिड। आप फोटोज लेते हो, कैंडिड फोटो जो बड़ी नेचुरल, बड़ी जेन्युइन होती हैं, जिसमें आप नेचुरल दिखते हो। सो मिरर जैसा कैंडिड कोई दूसरा ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है, कोई दूसरी चीज नहीं है इस वर्ल्ड में। सो मिरर सेज दैट आई इज द मिरर। मिरर इज टेलिंग इट्स क्वालिटी इज दैट इट्स सिल्वरी कलर्ड एंड एक्यूरेट, प्रिसाइज। आई हैव नो प्री कॉन्सेप्शंस। आप शीशे में खुद को देखते हो तो क्या शीशा पहले से प्लानिंग करता है कि आपको कैसे दिखाना है, किसी पर्सन को कैसे रिफ्लेक्ट करना है? नहीं। मिरर डज नॉट हैव एनी प्री कॉन्सेप्शन। प्री कॉन्सेप्शन मीन्स प्री प्लान्ड आइडिया। इट डज नॉट हैव एनी प्री प्लानिंग, इट डज नॉट हैव एनी सच थॉट्स। Mirror is totally unbiased. Mirror is only truthful. It only reflects the reality. It has no preconceptions. Whatever I see, whenever the mirror sees any object, anyone, whatever any person, any object, whatever the mirror sees, I swallow immediately. Swallow is absorb. आप जब मिरर के सामने खड़े होते हो तो इट इमीडिएटली एब्जॉर्ब्स योर इमेज एंड रिफ्लेक्ट्स द रियलिटी. इट डज नॉट मेक एनी चेंजेस इन दैट. इट reflects your candid image without making any change to it. So whatever I see, I swallow immediately, just as it is, just as it is, just as the image is, just as you are, without making any change to it. Mirror absorbs the image unmisted by love. Please underline unmisted. Unmixed. उसमें किसी तरीके की मिक्सिंग नहीं करता, किसी तरीके की ब्लेंडिंग नहीं करता. मिरर का जो ओपिनियन है इट इज जेन्युइन. मिरर का जो रिफ्लेक्ट करने का जो मैनर है दैट इज जेन्युइन. It is not blended with such prejudices, such narrow things like love or dislike. Mirror neither loves anyone, mirror nor hates anyone. Whatever mirror sees, it reflects the reality, it reflects the fact. Unmisted. Mirror has no preconception. Mirrors concepts, ideas, they are not blended with any kind of such feelings like love or hate. It neither loves anyone, it nor hates anyone. It has no such feelings. The feeling of it is only truthful. I am not cruel, only truthful. Mirror reflects the reality. It neither has the love against anyone, nor prejudice, nor hatred against anyone. It has neither soft corner for anyone, nor any grudge against someone. It is only truthful, speaks the truth. Another important line, the eye of a little God. See the figure of speech. Underline this. Figure of speech. बार बार आप सेकंड लाइन देखिए, आई स्वैलो इमीडिएटली. ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे मिरर किसी चीज को स्वैलो कर रहा है, कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, लिविंग ऑब्जेक्ट है. तो हियर इन दिस लाइन ऑल्सो मिरर हैज बीन यूज्ड एज अ पर्सोनिफाइड ऑब्जेक्ट, कि जैसे वो उसके अंदर लाइफ है, वो किसी चीज को स्वैलो कर रहा है, ईट कर रहा है. सो पर्सोनिफिकेशन. बट इन दिस लाइन द आई ऑफ अ लिटिल गॉड. अगर पोएट ने यहां लिखा होता लाइक द आई तो सिमिली होता. अभी यहां पर डायरेक्ट सिमिली को इंप्लाई कर दिया गया. सो फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज मेटाफर. मिरर कंपैरिजन इज स्टिल देयर. मिरर हैज बीन कंपेयर्ड टू द आई ऑफ अ लिटिल गॉड. मिरर को गॉड की आईज से कंपेयर किया गया. समझिए, मिरर को गॉड की किसी और चीज से कंपैरिजन नहीं किया गया. हियर mirror has been compared or mirror compares itself to the eyes of a god. God की आंखें, आप देखिए God की आंखें कैसी होती हैं. God सबको, सभी चीजों को इक्वल आईज से देखता, इक्वली देखता है. God किसी के लिए बायस्ड रुख नहीं रखता. तो मिरर देखो गॉड की तरह है. कैसे? एज गॉड वॉचेज इन द आईज ऑफ गॉड ऑल आर इक्वल. फोर का मतलब मिरर का शेप फोर कॉर्नर्ड है, बट यहां पर देखिए गॉड एज गॉड वॉचेज ऑल द फोर डायरेक्शंस इक्वली, मतलब चारों तरफ. एज गॉड वॉचेज ऑल द फोर इन द आईज ऑफ गॉड All the four directions are equal, the whole world is equal, all are equal. God has no biased opinion, God has no biased perception against anyone. Similarly, mirror also treats everyone equally. Mirror is also unbiased. As God is unbiased, it sees everyone equally, treats everyone equally. Mirror is also unbiased like the eyes of God. The eyes of a little God, four-cornered. So here, four-cornered, it refers to the shape of the mirror, and four corners also refers to all four directions that God watches equally. I hope getting me. मिरर ज़्यादातर समय अपना कहाँ पर देखो बिताता है? ज़्यादातर समय आप घरों में देखिए मिरर दीवार पर लटका हुआ होता है. पीपल माउंट इट ऑन द वॉल. मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम द मिरर इज हैंगिंग ऑन द वॉल. सो वही लाइन यहाँ पर है कि मिरर स्पेंड्स मोस्ट ऑफ हर टाइम बाई हैंगिंग ऑन द वॉल. मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम इट इज माउंटेड ऑन द वॉल. Most of the time I meditate on the opposite wall. Please understand, suppose ये white board एक mirror है and it is mounted on the wall. अब आप बताइए कि mirror is hanging on the wall और ये reflect क्या करेगा? जाहिर सी बात है कि it will reflect the opposite wall, the wall that is opposite to it. So mirror कह रहा है कि most of time it is hanging, it is mounted on the wall, and at that time it reflects the image of opposite wall, the wall which is in front of it. It reflects the image. Opposite wall कैसी है देखिए. ओवरऑल इस लाइन में भी यही है कि मिरर सच्चाई दिखाता है, कुछ भी उसमें चेंजेस नहीं करता. इट डज नॉट मेक एनी चेंजेस. अपोजिट वॉल सामने है, अपोजिट वॉल जैसी है वैसे ही रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. अपोजिट वॉल ब्यूटीफुल है, ब्यूटीफुल है. अपोजिट वॉल अगर उस पर डार्क स्पॉट्स हैं, स्पेकल्स हैं, पेंट अच्छा नहीं, तो जैसा है वैसे ही रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. सो मिरर इज हैंगिंग ऑन द वॉल. लाइन पर आते हैं. मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम आई मेडिटेट ऑन द अपोजिट वॉल विच इज पिंक. अपोजिट वॉल इज पिंक इन कलर with the speckles. Speckles, there are dark spots on it. With the passage of time, the painting it has been discolored. The paint has gone faded. The color has gone faded. So mirror is reflecting its true image. It is reflecting the image of opposite wall which has dark spots, the dirty spots, the color has gone faded. I have looked it at so long. Mirror continuously reflects the image of that opposite wall, and it looks like the opposite wall has become a part of its heart, because all the time mirror reflects the image of opposite wall. It has become an integral part of it. Opposite wall, that image has become, because all the time the image of opposite wall is in the mirror, so it has become an integral part, inseparable part of it. I think it is a part of my heart, because all the time the image of opposite wall is reflected by the mirror, but it flickers. Sometimes it shakes, it flickers. When somebody comes, disturb the mirror. When mirror is disturbed by someone, when somebody comes and stands in front of it, the opposite wall starts flickering. Opposite wall, अगर mirror disturb होगा तो the image will also get disturbed. It will also start flickering. वो कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जो मिरर को डिस्टर्ब करती हैं? देखिएगा, मिरर ने कहा कि अपोजिट वॉल हमेशा ऑल द टाइम इट रिफ्लेक्ट्स द इमेज ऑफ अपोजिट वॉल. ऐसा लगता है कि अपोजिट वॉल इसके हार्ट, इसका एक हार्ट, एक बॉडी का एक पार्ट बन गई है. लेकिन दो चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जो मिरर को उसके हार्ट से अलग कर देती हैं, एंड दे आर फेसेस एंड डार्कनेस. फेसेस मीन्स व्हेन समबडी कम्स एंड स्टैंड्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ द मिरर, शीशे के सामने आप खड़े हो जाते हो, एट दैट टाइम मिरर रिफ्लेक्ट्स योर इमेज. इट डज नॉट रिफ्लेक्ट द इमेज ऑफ अपोजिट वॉल. एट दैट टाइम फेसेस, व्हेन समबडी कम्स stands in front of it, at that time mirror gets separated from the opposite wall. And darkness means whenever it is dark, during the darkness mirror cannot reflect the image. So faces and darkness separate the mirror from its opposite wall. सो मिरर ने खुद को सिल्वर कहा, सिल्वरी कलर्ड, एग्जैक्ट कहा, एक्यूरेट, प्रेसाइज कहा। फिर मिरर ने खुद को आईज ऑफ गॉड से कंपेयर किया, जो अनबायस्ड ओपिनियन रखता है, सबको अनबायस्ड तरीके से देखता है। अब फिर से देखिए, मिरर खुद को लेक से कंपेयर कर रहा है, उन्हीं चीज़ों से कंपैरिजन कर रहा है जो अनबायस्ड है। लेक हैज़ क्रिस्टल, फ्रेश क्रिस्टलाइन वाटर, यू कैन सी योर फेस क्लियरली इन द क्लियर वाटर। सो नाउ फिगर ऑफ स्पीच सिमिली नहीं है, मेटाफर, लाइक नहीं कहीं लगा है, इंप्लाइड सिमिली है। नाउ आई एम अ लेक, नाउ मिरर कंपेयर्स इटसेल्फ टू अ लेक। A woman bends over me. Probably the woman that has been mentioned here, she is Sylvia Plath. अभी मैंने कहा this poem was written by her shortly after her first child was born, Frida was born. तो कहीं ना कहीं उनके मन में बूढ़े होने का, ओल्ड होने का, श्रिंक होने का, रिंकल्ड होने का, डेथ का एक फियर हार्बर करने लगा। तो कहीं ना कहीं वो रियलिटी जानना चाहती है, अपने बारे में जानना चाहती है, सेल्फ रिवीलेशन, खुद के बारे में, सेल्फ आइडेंटिटी क्या है, कैसी है वो, दिख कैसी रही है। तो अ वुमन दैट इज प्रोबेबली सिल्विया प्लैथ, अ वुमन, शी गोज टू द लेक, बेंड्स ओवर इट एंड वांट्स टू सी हर फेस, हाउ डज शी लुक। A woman bends over me, searching my reaches means she wants to know my opinion. The woman wants to know the opinion of the lake, कि how she looks, what she really is. She wants to know the opinion of the lake, how she looks, what is the opinion of the mirror, and then होता क्या है, when she bends over the lake reflects the reality. Lake reflects her true image, genuine, candid image, and then she's shocked when she finds herself old. When she gets to know about her real age, real face, she becomes sad. She's tormented by this thought. She suffers from mental trauma. Then she turns to those liars. यहाँ पर दो को झूठा कहा गया, दो चीज़ों को, किसको, कैंडल और मून को। Now she becomes sad and she starts cursing. She starts thinking about those liars. यहाँ पर कैंडल और मून को झूठा क्यों कहा गया? सिंपल सी बात है, in the yellowish and pale light of candle and moon have same light, yellowish pale light, dim light. In the light of candle or moon you cannot see your clear reflection, clear image, candid image, because they hide the reality. They do not reflect. You cannot see the clear picture of your face. You cannot see the clear view of your face because they have dim light, yellowish color, pale light. So woman starts thinking that candle and moon, they are the liars, false objects, because they are, biased. They do not reflect the reality. लेकिन लेक ऐसा नहीं है, मिरर ऐसा नहीं है। आई सी हर बैक, reflect it faithfully. But the lake, the woman gets a clear picture of her face when she bends over the lake, when she watches her face into the mirror. She rewards me with tears. She starts crying. She becomes sad. She starts trembling. When she gets to know about her clear image, real image, she is trembling. She has tears, but even then she is full of gratitude. She expresses her gratitude towards the mirror, towards the lake. She rewards me with tears and agitation of her hands. Her hands are trembling, means she becomes restless. She is full of agony, depression, but she thanks the mirror. She thanks the lake. I'm important to her. She comes and goes, life goes on. Every day the woman comes, watches her face into the mirror and goes away. Life goes on, days pass, time travels, time flies. Each morning it is her face that replaces darkness. As I said, With the passage, every day, days pass, days continue to go on. Every day she comes, stands in front of the mirror, watches her face into it and goes away. In this way life goes on. Last two lines are very important. अगर समझ जाओगे पोएम समझ में आ जाएगी. In me she has drowned a young girl. In me, mirror says कि मेरे अंदर उसने एक छोटी लड़की को डुबो दिया है, खो दिया है. मेरे अंदर एक छोटी लड़की खो गई है. इन मी शी हैज़ ड्राउंड अ यंग गर्ल. कहने का मतलब द वुमन हु इज़ वॉचिंग हर फेस इन टू द मिरर, वो सिल्विया प्लैथ, वो ओल्ड वुमन जो भी है, द वुमन हु इज़ वॉचिंग हर फेस इन टू द मिरर वंस शी हैड बीन अ यंग गर्ल. वो कभी एक छोटी बच्ची हुआ करती थी. वो औरत कभी एक बच्ची हुआ करती थी. Once she had been a young girl. When she was a young girl, she was pretty, she was beautiful. She had beautiful face. At that time, mirror reflected her beautiful face because at that time she was pretty, she was exquisite, she was gorgeous, beautiful. But now she has turned old, she has grown older, so mirror cannot hide the reality. Mirror now reflects her real image. तो वो बच्ची अब डूब गई है. नाउ दैट यंग गर्ल शी हैज टर्न्ड विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम. टाइम इज द माइटीएस्ट. टाइम से ज्यादा ताकतवर कुछ नहीं है. एंड विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम एवरीथिंग चेंजेस. The person who has taken birth on this earth, he is supposed to grow older and he is supposed to die. So the young girl has now become an old woman. आज वो बच्ची डूब गई है उसमें, वो खो गई, खो सी गई है. So कहने का मतलब in me she has drowned a young girl and in me now an old woman, because now that young girl, the woman who was once a young girl, with the passage of time now she has become an old woman. So mirror, when she was young she was pretty, mirror reflected her true image, beautiful image. But now she has turned an old woman. तो मिरर उसकी इमेज को चेंज नहीं करेगा ना, कि उसके ग्रे हेयर को वो ब्लैक कर दे, उसके रिंकल्स को हटा करके वो उसको ब्यूटीफाई कर दे. सो मिरर इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग हर ट्रू इमेज. और वो औरत राइजेज हर टूवर्ड्स डे आफ्टर डे. फिगर ऑफ स्पीच रेपिटेशन, डे आफ्टर डे, डे आफ्टर डे. रेपिटेशन के साथ सिमिली आई हुई है लाइक के साथ. Day by day she is rising, growing older. Day by day the woman is getting older and she has become like a terrible fish. ध्यान दीजिएगा, last line is important. The woman, now that old woman, she is growing older day by day and she has become like a terrible fish. वहां पर उसकी लाइफ को वुमन को एक टेरेबल फिश की तरह से कहा गया. कैसे? As a fish is out of water, when you take a fish out of water, for some time it struggles and then dies. Similarly, the woman is out of her charm, she is out of her beauty, moreover, she is out of her youth. The old woman, she is out of her youth, she is out of her charm and beauty, and she is trembling, she is behaving like a terrible fish, means she is on the verge of death. She is an old woman, she is near to her death, and sooner or later she will also die like a fish which is out of water, like the woman, she is out of her youth. So my dear friends, I hope you have understood this beautiful poem, and very soon I will be back with the next poem by Sylvia Plath, Daddy. Till then, goodbye. Thank you so much.